Hey y'all, so we are in component 4 of our book, and that component is called Programs. We're in chapter 6, which is Reaching Community Students, Fulfilling God's Purpose of Evangelism. I love the way that this book builds on all the previous chapters, so it's almost like we're having a whole conversation and just going deeper and deeper and deeper with each chapter. So page 104 says, when you look closely at Aaron's story that he told, you will see that in cooperation with God's sovereignty, a number of factors work together to reach him and help him move from the community to the core, like we talked about last week. A non-threatening community program for him to attend, a committed student who invited him, a follow-up plan, an entry-level program at which he could hear the gospel, some relational contact through basketball games, and other programs to supplement his growth. If you want your youth ministry to reach unchurched community students, you must make a strong commitment to breathe evangelism into your ministry. I love the way that in Sunday school and on Wednesday nights, we make the gospel central. Because honestly, if we're not sharing the gospel, we don't need to be doing youth ministry. And I know that sounds really strong, but there are different components of youth ministry, but the primary one for us is evangelism, making disciples who make disciples through students. So everything we do needs to be saturated with the gospel. On page 105, he gives 3 elements related to evangelism. The development of an evangelistic attitude, so that starts in the heart. The continual challenge to become evangelistic, keeping it at the forefront of their minds, and a worship service to which students are proud to bring their friends. And I feel like we have the third one is pretty in place. I love to look out in the congregation and see Addison or Avery or Ellie or Adam or Lily bringing friends, not just because I love to meet their friends, they're awesome, but because it's a way for them to come and connect and hear the gospel. Page 107 says, unfortunately, student evangelism can be messy. Y'all, we are seeing that firsthand on Wednesday nights as we get new folks in who are hearing the gospel and they're unpacking a lot of baggage that they've got. It's a great thing for them to hear and respond to the gospel, but there are going to be moments that are going to be messy. Page 108, we view evangelism as non-negotiable. I love how he used Acts 1:8 that says, you will be my witnesses, not you might be my witnesses. When you view evangelism as non-negotiable, you won't give up even when you meet resistance. Evangelistic youth ministry must have leaders who love teenagers, who love all teenagers, not just the Christian students who are easy to love. Page 109, we must have leaders who model evangelism. I think it's so important for us to share with our students who we're telling about Jesus and the challenges that we're facing as we do that and the way that we persevere in spite of opposition. Page 110, he says, I explained our intention wasn't going to be the largest youth ministry in town, but to fulfill what Jesus asked us to do in the Great Commission. And that's exactly what we want to do here at Southport. The last thing he talked about was the Friendship Evangelism Challenge on pages 112 and 113. Step 1, tell your friend you're a Christian. Step 2, invite your friend to an appropriate program. Step 3, tell your friend why you're a Christian. Step 4, tell your friend how you became a Christian. And step 5, ask your friend if he or she would like to become a Christian. I think this is something that we could definitely implement, even if we adapt it slightly, for our students here as a practical, tangible way that they can share their testimony. So our question for this week is related to that. Do you think a commitment to friendship evangelism from pages 112 and 113 would work with some of our students? Why or why not? I can't wait to hear your thoughts.